Hi, if you see me for the first time, I am Didi and you're welcome to my channel. So straight into today's video, like I said in my previous video, this week is going to be a series on hair issues. So you want to make sure you watch every single video. Today is the day one and today we're going to be looking at dandruff, itching, scalp and lice. And why the three is coming together is because this is one of very common hair issues that 90% to 95% of people actually face during their hair care journey. It is very prone to happen. So you will definitely have experienced it, or you are experiencing it right now, or you will actually experience it at some point in your life. At times, dandruff is a skin condition that mainly affects the scalp and causes it to flake. Mainly, it is caused by dry scalp, when your scalp is like dry, and it is caused by yeast-like fungus, which is called malassezia. Dandruff can also be caused by stress. It can also be caused by some reactions to hair products that has some dry ingredients in them that can possibly take away the natural oils in your scalp or take away moisture when it is applied on your scalp. Dandruff can also be caused by change of environment, weather. It can also be caused by heat. And what I mean by heat, using hot tools or using hot water on your scalp. It can also be caused by underlying skin conditions like eczema, psoriasis, and some other health issues, hormonal balance, and so on. So, in a few cases, it can also be when there is an excess production of sebum, when you have excessive production of oil on your scalp or excessive use of oils, products build up. Product buildup can also cause dandruff. It's very important that whenever you have extremely severe dandruff, I would suggest you go see a dermatologist, a trachologist, whichever, so that they can sort it out for you. Now, for you to treat dandruff, you can make use of anti-dandruff shampoos and products that contain ketoconazole. So this is known to help fight dandruff. Salicylic acid, tea tree oil. Tea tree oil has antifungal and antibacterial properties in it, and it can help fight against fungus that causes dandruff on your scalp. Okay, salicylic acid helps remove excess skin cells, and it helps, of course, clarify your scalp. And the ketoconazole has antifungal ingredients which can also help with fight fungi or fungus. Now, the yeast-like fungus is what causes dandruff on your scalp, and when it affects the scalp becomes irritated and produces extra skin cells, which in turn dies. And when it mixes up with the oil from your strands and on your skin, is what forms the whole dandruff and the whole flakes and all those irritating stuff and so on. I hope that is clear. Now, over to itching. Itching can be seen as using your hands, your fingers, whatever, to scratch your scalp. Okay, that way you kind of feel relieved at that point. The mistake a lot of us do is using our nails to scratch our scalp. Now, there is a lot of disadvantages to itching your scalp. There is no advantage whatsoever. So whenever you scratch with your nails, you actually create micro injuries or scars on your scalp, and in turn, because they are opened unknowingly to you, it can actually cause some kind of infection and even probably make your case worse. It can also affect your follicles because of how hard you're scratching, and thereby, when your follicles are affected, your hair can actually lead to hair thinning, or your hair starts falling off. Okay, so itching your scalp too terribly is not good. I even see some people using like hard comb to just to scratch and so on. It is better you get it treated than for you to keep scratching. Like I said, itching your hair can lead to injuries, and thereby you're hurting your scalp. And the scalp is the most important part of your head because that is where your hair comes out from. So imagine if your scalp is actually affected, there is a very high chance that your hair might actually not grow. Okay, because your scalp is injured. So we have to be very careful with itching. Now, when it comes to itching and dandruff, how are they related? Whenever you have dandruff, one of the symptoms most of the time is that you're itching. Now, you might actually be itching and not have dandruff. It might just be that you are reacting to some products. These are just like the basic causes of itching. Product reaction, hot water, because that happened to me recently. I think the water was just way too hot for my scalp, and then I started itching so bad. So heat can cause itching, reaction to product. Gels itself can also cause itching. Whenever you go make those cornrows and some other styles, and then you have to use the gels to line your hair, it can actually cause itching because of the ingredients, and it is wax. Okay, so some of these things, your hair can actually react to it. It can actually block your follicles, and the best way for your scalp to tell you is that it starts itching you. Okay, so that is one. Another reason could be the accumulation of dirt. You might have accumulated dirt on your scalp, but one thing your scalp needs is just to be clarified. So what you need to do is to get clarifying shampoo once in like a month to clarify your scalp from products build up, clarify your scalp from dirt itself and whatever things that are blocking your hair follicles so that you don't itch again. So these are like the possible causes of itching. How do you stop itching? Like I said, stay away from heat. All those heat stuff, stay away from products that your scalp might actually react to. Stay away from hot water if possible. Warm water is okay, but make sure the water is not too hot. It's not hot. Stay away from the stuff. Stay away from products that has some kind of ingredients in them that are not good for you. Now, for you to stay away from dandruff, for you to be able to treat dandruff, you need to use, I already mentioned the shampoos you need to use, and you have to make sure your scalp are not too dry. Always use moisturizing shampoo once in a while you're also treating with anti-dandruff shampoo. So now over to lice. Lice is an ectoparasite that lives on the human scalp and it feeds on human blood. Basically, that's what lice is. That's to say, it cannot survive outside the host. It only survives on the human scalp. How do you get lice? How do you come in contact with lice? One thing you need to know is that lice, they don't fly, they don't jump, they don't fly, basically. So they have to move from a particular place to another place. And one thing you need to know is that lice cannot survive outside the host's body. So how can you get lice on your head? It is by coming in contact with someone that actually has lice. Okay. Now you can get it by head to head touch or just staying in the environment that is infested with lice. You come in contact with the nits. The nits are the eggs of lice and they come in contact on your hair. And once that egg develops into becoming lice, it multiplies. Once you get just one lice, it multiplies into bigger one. Now you cannot feel lice on your fingers. You can't exactly feel it like that because they are extremely tiny. But the moment you notice you have tiny bitty things walking on your scalp and you can feel the injury and you can feel the pain or those little discomforts, you need to make sure you try to treat it. Because if it becomes too severe and your hair becomes too infested, you might end up having to go take down your entire hair. Because at that point, your scalp might become too destroyed and you might have to focus on recovering your own scalp before promoting hair growth. So the best thing you need to do is to make sure you get it treated. Now, how can you sort out lice here? One thing you want to notice is that lice cannot be cured overnight. Lice cannot be cured overnight. You can't just cure lice overnight because lice can also be gotten from sharing the same bed sheet, heart, and so on. Imagine if their eggs are also on those places and then you keep going back to those same places. You can still get it again. So the first thing you want to do is that you want to make sure your environment is very neat. You want to make sure everything that has come in contact with your hair or you've laid there or you've used your combs, your bed sheets, your pillowcases, you want to make sure you soak everything in very hot water for at least more than 5 minutes. They cannot survive in heat that is higher than 130 degrees Fahrenheit, if I'm correct, for more than 5 minutes. So you want to make sure you soak all your stuffs properly. They are soaked in those hot water and they are spread under the sun. And I mean very scorching sun. So that they don't survive. If possible, you can even put it in this heat machine or whatever. I don't know. If you can press it through the iron also, they have to die. Alright, unless you'll be the one to suffer it. Trust me. So after that, you want to make sure you start doing lice treatment. And when I mean lice treatment, you want to make sure you get the shampoo. They also have lice shampoo. These things are not very popular, but they definitely do exist. You want to get lice shampoo. You want to get anti-lice. There's a lice shampoo, anti-lice shampoo. You want to get anti-lice cream. And just the way we have some sets that fight dandruff, we also have some sets that fight lice. So why did I pair dandruff, itching, and lice together? Because one common thing with dandruff and lice is that your scalp will always itch. Your scalp will always itch. If you have dandruff, your scalp will itch. If you have reaction to products or whatever, it might come in form of itching. If you have lice, your scalp will also itch. And most of the time, dandruff, itching, lice can be on one person's head. These are like things that affect the scalp basically. These are scalp issues. These are the very common scalp issues. There are others, but these are the very common ones that you might experience. So that's the reason why I paired everything together. Now, DIY for you to be able to cure itching scalp and dandruff. I'm just going to give you one DIY for everyone I'm going to talk about this week. Now, what I used for myself and for my elder sister, what works for us was onion juice, and I've recommended it to people and it works very well. It will not just help with dealing with dandruff and itching scalp, it will also help promote hair growth. So what you want to do is you want to blend a reasonable amount of onions in a blender. You want to take out the chaff and you want to use the juice. The juice is what we need. So that juice you're going to apply to your scalp and to your hair strands, and I'm going to leave for 15 to 20, even better if you have the time, 30 minutes. You can go about doing other stuff. And I'm going to cover it with a shower cap or a nylon. Make sure you double it. We want the heat. You don't need to go under the dryer. It's just very fine like that. And after that, you go in to shampoo your hair. If you're dealing with dandruff, go in with your anti-dandruff shampoo, or you go in with a normal moisturizing shampoo. And you want to make sure you do your onion treatment whenever you shampoo your hair in that month. If you shampoo your hair twice, do the onion treatment twice or once, which is very good. The best way for you to get a result of this is a continuous application of the onion on your hair. So if you know you can do it once every week, that would be good. But I don't suggest washing your hair that often. But if you know you can deal with the smell, wash it, then you can possibly just rinse it off. This was what I did, and that was what helped me. So I hope I've been able to help you guys sort out your dandruff, itching, and lice issue. If you're having any of this and it is too chronic, it is too serious, I would suggest you go see a dermatologist, go see a trichologist, go and see anybody that has to do with scalp, hair, skin issues. All of them should lay hands on you and sort out your issue. That's what I would suggest to you. Thank you so much for watching. Found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Leave a comment. We're going to be looking at dry hair, dry scalp, and hair breakage. That is 3-in-1 as usual. So if you know you're facing any of these ones I mentioned, don't forget to watch tomorrow. Share this video to anyone you think will need this video. And don't forget to be here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Ciao.